Denise Gwen, reading aloud for you from my short story, The Greasy Spoon. Chapter 5. What are we going to do? Ed asked. Well, Nick said, it's like this. As he spoke, he shifted in the seat until he'd freed his flesh from the point of the metal coil. There'd be a tear and a blood spot on his shirt, and he'd be damned first before he threw this shirt away. He'd just bought it, for Christ's sakes. He'd wear the shirt on courtroom days when he had to wear a jacket all day long. It's like what? Ed said. Let's put it this way. We did lose this particular battle, but we're still going to win the war, and what's important is this. They know it. Ed gazed hopefully at him. We're still going to win, Nick said. Ed was rattled. Nick knew this, and it filled his heart with a kind of secret glee and hostile joy. It pleased him to see that Ed wasn't quite so cocksure of himself here. He didn't know this terrain the way Nick did, and he'd gotten knocked around earlier this morning in the courtroom. Not enough to make him humble, but just enough to unsettle him. Ed nodded. You sure? Yes. The judge can't avoid the law, and the law says we're right, and they don't have any valid arguments. He smiled. We're going to win. Okay, Ed said, and leaned back against the banquet. That's why I brought you along, you know. He waved his massive paw around with a distracted gesture, as if he were batting away mosquitoes. I mean, you come from the country, don't you? His voice rose. I mean, you know these people, don't you? These country people, these rubes, these hillbillies, you know? Lower your voice, Nick hissed. I am lowering my voice, Ed said. No, you're not. Lower your fucking voice. Ed stared at him. Nick took a sip of coffee. Christ almighty. He never should have agreed to walk into this diner. At this rate, Ed was going to piss off everyone in this little town. Not that Ed cared. Anyway, Ed said. Nick nodded tiredly. Yes, Ed, I know these people. They're your people. Yes, Ed, they're my people.